Hello again, homeschool friends. I hope you're doing well. It's Judy from Meaningful Homeschooling, and today I have in front of me Apologia's math curriculum for elementary students. It's called Exploring Creation with Mathematics. If you're familiar with their elementary science curriculum, you'll notice the title is very similar. And so far, they have available levels 1, 2, and 3, with more levels to come in the future, which I'm very excited about. Today I have level 1 to show you. I wanted to give you a closer look inside these books. Each level has just 2 books. I love that. Not too many components to try to juggle. There's the teaching guide and there is the student workbook. So the teaching guide is a simple softcover book. Notice it's not very thick. We don't have one of those enormous teacher guides that take forever and ever to sort through. Instead, it's set up very simply. At the beginning of the book, you see a sample daily schedule. This, of course, can be adapted to meet your needs, but the basic setup is 28 weeks, 4 days a week. And it's set up kind of like a simple calendar. It gives you the lesson number and the skills that you're practicing for that day. And then, of course, the student will do the corresponding pages in the workbook as well. Very simple, very easy to use, and a little place to check off when you're finished. Then when you move into the lesson part of the teaching guide, it's just as simple, just as easy to use. You'll have a section that will show you anything that you might need to complete the hands-on activity, and then some simple teaching tips to help you teach math as effectively as possible to your child. But my favorite part has to be these little thumbnails. These are little thumbnail images of the student pages with the answers included. This makes it so easy to correct student work, or even if you have a child that's a little older, they could correct their own work, which would save so much time and give them that immediate feedback when they're finished with their worksheets. So just very brief, just a page maybe for each lesson, depending on what the lesson is. Very brief and easy to use. I absolutely love the ease of use in this curriculum. Now I'm going to give you a look too inside of the student workbook. I absolutely love the spiral binding. I can't tell you how helpful that is with younger kids whose hands kind of bump into the side of the binding of a normal book. With the spiral, you can fold it back, get it out of the way for little hands, and it's so, so helpful. So this is set up in just as simple and straightforward as the teacher guide is. First, at the beginning of each lesson, you'll have the activity. There's usually an activity before each lesson, and it's written in a very simple way, usually with a picture or some kind of a graphic to demonstrate how the activity should be done. And then there's a very brief lesson, usually just a short lesson, and it's written in a way that a child can understand on their own if they're old enough to read well. Then it's followed by a page or two. Looks like it's just one page for this lesson, a page of practice where they practice what they have learned. And every lesson is set up the same way, just follows the same pattern. Super simple. I love how colorful the pages are, but they're not cluttered and overwhelming. Very engaging without being overstimulating. I'm just going to page through here a little bit. I also enjoy seeing the larger print. This is much easier for younger readers to be able to read. Also plenty of space for student answers. Younger hands need that little bit bigger space, and I really appreciate that for my daughter as well. Look at the fun coloring pages. Color by code. And so there you have it. That's just a quick look at how the Apologia Math program for elementary is set up. I am very impressed with it. I highly recommend it. And I already have levels 2 and 3 on my shelves for future use for my daughter. If you have questions, I'd love to chat with you more about it. I'm also going to drop a link down below so that you can click through and view the program for yourself on the website. I hope you have a wonderful day and continue enjoying homeschooling.